Lots of noise on the web about the Posse Comitatus Act and what an outrage it is that Trump should presume to arrange for federal troops to fire on U.S. civilians. But there's a precedent for this, and it was at the beginning of the Depression, 1932. Nobody had any money, including World War I veterans, who were explicitly promised by the federal government that they would get a war bonus shortly after the war was ended. And World War I had ended, some 10 years earlier, and the government's not coming up with a check. So they're starving to death. There's 17,000 of them pitched tents on near the White House on government land. President Herbert Hoover VI, the troops, U.S. troops, headed by Douglas MacArthur, the big hero of World War II. And by the way, in Europe, they had the same deal. The government, everybody that fought in World War I, well, we're going to give you bonuses. In Italy, they got stiffed. And that was the beginning of the fascist revolution in Italy. We got stiffed by the Versailles Treaty. This wasn't the Versailles Treaty. This is American government. Hoover, who was president at the beginning of the Depression. 3 years into the Depression, he's stiffing all these World War I veterans, and he's offended that they're protesting. Douglas MacArthur with tanks and guns kills 2 of them, bulldozes all the tents, and that's in complete, well, you'd think complete violation of the Posse Comitatus Act from 1878, which restricts the use of U.S. Army and Air Force civilians in law enforcement except where explicitly authorized by the Congress, the Constitution or Congress, and the executive branch and the grand person of the United States President. So if the president says so, yeah, you can fire, and the president perceives that there's either an insurrection or just wants to clear the land, get away from federal property, he can go ahead and do it. There's the precedent in 1932. So, we're wasting a lot of time talking about the Posse Comitatus. It's a new world.